love skating. My name's Sav or Savvy. You can call me either one. I'm 22 years old. I'm one of the members of BGSB, which is Black Girl Skate Bitch. We're in the process of like changing our names, but like for now, that's what we call ourselves. I'm in that. My friend Alex and Loon, and then a whole bunch of other girls. Danny has just recently joined, actually. Yeah, I think that's about it. It just started snowballing that like all of our mutual friends started skating and I still wasn't skating, and I was just like, man, like everyone like hangs out and they're like constantly skating, and like I just feel like I'm just kind of sitting there like on the sidelines. So that's when I started like picking up a board and skating around with them. But then like yeah, it wasn't good. Like I wasn't good at it at all, and I really didn't enjoy it. It like clicked where I was just like, oh no, skateboarding is cool. It's enjoyable. Like you can do tricks. Just the feeling of like being on a board, like it's just become such a like comfortable, solid feeling to me now. In the summertime, I progress so much and I feel like such an awesome skater. And then wintertime comes around and it's so cold and I don't want to skate. And I'm just like, I'm not good at skating. And you're not keeping up with the progress you've already made and building on top of it. So when you go to the skate park, it feels like you're skating for the first time over and over again. When you fall in the cold, that is the worst experience of your life. And like summer comes around, you're just like, oh, I love skating. Like, yeah, no, I love the feeling of skating so much. I don't know the specific name of it, but it's in York, PA. And every time we go, we just call it York. Like there's so many elements of the park. There's stairs, there's ledges. Just it's a very like well-rounded park, I would say. But it's just this like massive park that has this like very open like pool in it basically, and I'm very much like a transition skater. I'm not too like trick heavy or anything like that. At the time when I started skating, I didn't know how to drop in at all, so anytime where I could see a pool where you can just kind of like ride into it and not drop in, I was like, ooh, for me. I feel like there's like two parts of it. There's like I follow like more like famous, well-known like Black women skaters on like Instagram and stuff like that. Like I do, yeah, like follow like Brianna King, Beatrice, and like Felicia the skater, and like all those women. And like it's very like inspiring to see them like on such like a global platform, and like knowing that like so many people are like seeing and like recognizing that like Black women are very big, like strong, like powerhouse like in the skate community. Another level, like seeing like personally like my friends and stuff like that, like Trinity, like she was such a big inspiration for me when I first started skating, because she was like the only Black woman like in my area that I knew that skated. It was very like motivating to know like, sad, like you really can do this. There's someone that you know that does this and that's good at it and that like keeps working hard at it. BGSB is like such a big inspiration for me to keep skating, because I feel like if it was just me by myself, like I would like give myself such big excuses, like, oh, like you can do this some other day, or like maybe you just want to read today, or just like I don't know, like lounge around the house and watch anime or something like that. But like having BGSB, knowing that there's other girls that like not only like skate as well, but are my friends. My favorite trick I can do right now is a 50-50. I recently, in the past couple of months, just started to be able to get this at Hampton. There's like coping that like gradually starts from the ground up and you can easily ride onto it. The feeling of having your trucks kind of click on a coping, because it's a very different feeling from like anything I had tried before. And so I got that down. There's like this bird bath in the middle of Hampton that you can't just ride onto the coping. You actually kind of have to kick turn and like click onto the coping. I finally tried it and I got onto it, and like I feel like I've leveled up so much from getting that trick, just like another step further into doing like better and cooler tricks. I'm really proud that I got drop-ins. I went to this one skate park called North Laurel in Maryland, and I was really confident in myself that I could drop in at this bowl, even though I'd never dropped in at a height like that. And I did, and my board actually flipped underneath me, and I landed all my weight on my right shoulder. When I got up, like my shoulder hurt so bad. I was actually really scared that I had like dislocated it or broken or something like that. For like 6 months, I couldn't raise my arm above this level. And I just like never went to the doctors because I did not want them to tell me that I broke something because of skating. So after that, I stopped dropping in. One day I was just like, if you want to be this type of skater, you're going to have to learn how to redo that. And so I did. And like, I'm very proud of it that like even though it like very much shook me to the point where I like didn't want to do it anymore, I like knew in my heart like, no, if this is how you want to be in skating, then you have to dedicate yourself to this trick and like get over the fear of it. And now like drop-ins don't scare me anymore. I feel like all drop-ins are the same. Like as long as you just like dedicate that foot down and like stick to it, like you're gonna make it, like you're gonna hit the floor like regardless, like it's okay. And like also at skating it just teaches you like it is okay to fall, it is okay to hit the ground every once in a while. When you're going around the bowl, it very much has this like flying feeling of it. Skateboarding I think is the closest I'm gonna get to the feeling of flying. It's a rock to fakie. I think no matter what level of skating you're at, you ask any skater, and one of just like the shiftiest like tricks you can do, most of them are gonna say rock to fakie is one of them. It looks so simple, and like when you think about it, it is, but it's very intimidating. I feel like you don't feel that motion in any other thing but skating. So that feeling is so foreign of allowing your body to distribute its weight evenly coming in a backwards motion. So like I get up, I do like a swinging up motion as if you're pumping like in a bowl or something, and you get onto the coping, you click on, and then I think one, two, and when I see my wheels start like coming closer and closer to the coping, I like mentally in my head go lift. No matter how high you're going when you're doing a rock to fakie, if you get caught on that coping and you get that jolt feeling, like you're gonna slip so hard and you're gonna bust your ass so hard. So that's my tip. Just think in your head, just do the counting, just lift the slightest. It does not have to be anything extreme. If you do it a little too high, then you're gonna fling yourself. Before trying to do a rock to fakie, you should definitely like try like just pumping. Getting comfortable with that pumping yourself up in a forward motion and allowing your body to come back. I feel like humans aren't used to doing that. Bend your knees and commit. That is the two simple rules that you just have to follow when you're skating. Bend the kneecaps, you are going to get this trick. Hang out with my friends. Recently within this year, I was like talking to my therapist and stuff like that, and I was just like, yeah, like I love that I have like skating down and everything. That's really cool, but I do definitely want to get into like a whole bunch of different hobbies. I just recently started picking up pole dancing. Actually, we installed one. Yeah, we installed one in our living room. So I'm getting to that. I'm also like starting to get into like astrology, just a whole bunch of different hobbies that I've always wanted to pick up. I'm like starting to do this year. Skating teaches you that as well, for sure. It's just like you don't have to be like amazing. You don't have to be the best at this. It doesn't matter. It's not about that. It's about, are you enjoying this? Like, do you want to get up and keep doing this every day? So yeah, I feel like that's gonna transfer over like hopefully into all the other like hobbies that I get into. I feel like it's a very transformative year. Such a give and take sport. It's definitely taught me so much about not only skating, but about life in general. It's literally the moment and the feeling that skating gives you is what I take away from skating. Even though like you try this trick for hours and hours on end, you don't land it. It's okay if you don't. And you just like get up back again and you try it over and over again. If you don't get that trick, that's okay. You can get into something else. Like you can try out a different trick, or you can just walk away from it for a couple days, just cruise around for a little bit, go back into it. Being surrounded by other skater friends, it's just such a good experience. We get so stuck up on like the end result, like the progress part, like what you get to walk away from it basically. But it's like it's the in between. It's literally the like getting up after every fall and like learning from all of your mistakes. That's the part of skating that I really appreciate the most. And it's just cool that at the end you get a little clip. Like you get something, you get to show off to your friend. It's just the feeling of skating that's like really awesome, basically.